let's get started with a little bit of a channel update. Yeah, I have a lot to talk about and a lot to say, so I'm just going to wander through the Forest world. I play a lot of the Forest on peaceful mode, and I want to talk about that a little bit. I could probably do content of this game. I'm a really good builder. But there's so much to talk about for the channel and what I'm going to be doing going forward. So if you're interested in hearing about what I'm doing and what I'm up to, this is a great video for that. And also, we're looking at there's just so much to say. So I'll get started with probably the biggest thing that I want to start with is talking about who I am and kind of the kind of content that I want to make because of who I am. And I hope that people are interested in this as a concept. So my channel name is Card Creator Connor, and my channel icon, the image, is a bit of pixel art I made for a card that I made called Soothing Sound. And the card itself is meant to represent autism, because I have autism. I got diagnosed about a couple years ago, or maybe 1 year ago. It's kind of a recent thing in terms of life stuff. So that's a big deal because autistic people are really different from holistic people. We have very different brains. And my brain is extremely well geared towards building systems. And because of that, I've been able to finish my card game. My card game is done. There's 200 cards in the first set. And it is perfectly balanced. It is the thing that I've kind of always dreamed of in terms of card games, in terms of design. And the way that I made it was so complicated. I don't think anybody else in the world would be able to think of the things that I've thought of to make a perfectly balanced card game. So as far as the channel update goes, I'm going to be definitely posting videos of myself and my husband and my friends playing my card game, just kind of locally, in the house and stuff. And you'll see that kind of content coming out soon. I'll do matchup videos and videos describing all the different cards and all the different possible decks and stuff like that. But I guess something you're probably thinking about as you listen to me yap about this is what's the reason for bringing up autism in this? And the reason for that is I don't think an allistic person, and if you don't know, an allistic person is just a person who doesn't have autism. I don't think an allistic person could have invented my game, and I don't think they could have found out how to make a perfectly balanced card game. But that's something that I've done, and the reason I was able to do it is because card games are my special interest. So as an autistic person, I stay interested and I stay focused on my special interests kind of permanently. And it's been that way for me for years and years and years. And, I originally had the idea to make this game in around 2006. And I actually started working on it that long ago. So it's been something like 10 years that this game has been in the process of being made. But that has happened. I've made the game. It's ready to go. The art's beautiful. I've become an incredible artist, a really good pixel artist. And I really figured out the balance math and the story and all of that stuff. Look at that lizard. We're chilling, me and him. Oh, a rabbit. That's perfect. Sorry. Anyway, yeah. So basically, that's coming out for content. I'm going to be doing that. And then the next thing is the forest itself. I think the forest in peaceful mode is one of the most relaxing and zen and like mindful kind of gaming experiences that you can have. And I want to showcase that with like the way the world is right now and the way people's like mental health is right now and stuff. I think showcasing how like you can just chill and build and just be at peace in this game and all that stuff could be really cool. So I might do some single player content for this, maybe even some multiplayer content, possibly even with my family for this game. But definitely some single player content for the Forest will be coming out. There's going to be content for my game, which is called Equinox. In case you guys didn't know, that's the name of the game, of my card game. And yeah, I'm going to post the videos of that, like matchup videos and stuff like that, of Equinox. And also, I've been super obsessed with Atlas lately, which is another like video game. Oh god, that's just gruesome. Anyway, so basically the thing with Atlas is it's like a weird game. It has like some weird raunchiness to it. And I'm not into that aspect of the game. That's like not what I'm here for. I'm just gonna leave that leg there because I just want it out of my inventory. But yeah, Atlas, I'm really good at making builds and stuff, and you see that with my Dark Souls content. I'm not as good at like playing games as I am at like being creative and ingenuitive and figuring out like what's optimal. I have a really good brain for that kind of thing, which again is another reason why I was able to make my card game the way that it is. And I'll say, like, also, the proof is in the pudding. Like, a lot of people are going to say, like, you can't make a perfectly balanced card game. That's impossible. And, like, I've been listening to that my whole life. Just listening to people say that forever, and I'm sick and tired of hearing it. But basically, it's not true. You can make a perfectly balanced card game because I did so. And it's coming out, and the proof is in the pudding because you're going to see in the gameplay, and you're going to see in, like, the way the game works that, like, yes, of course it's possible, you know? There's no... If you really think about it, you stop to think about it, like, of course... you know, these things are possible. And I guess it, like, falls in line with, like, being autistic and listening to people tell you kind of things you can't do, you know? And I have a lot of defiance for that, you know? And I think the way that people say, like, oh, you can't do this, really motivated me to do it. So I have something special on my hands, you know, that's going to change... the world, at least in terms of like card games, like the card game world is going to change kind of forever when this game comes out. And like, I want to sell it, not sell it like to somebody else. Like I'm the one who needs to make this game. I'm actually not going to hunt this deer just because I don't want like graphic content in my video. Oh shit, I can't carry any more blueberries. Okay. But yeah, basically what we're looking at for the channel is a few things, which is, one is me being autistic is part of my life and it's part of who I am, and I think I want to put that out there. And I also want to put my card game out there, and I also want to put like Dark Souls, Atlas content out there, and the Forest. So that's kind of what we're looking at with this channel. It's getting that kind of content. My Forest videos will probably be like this. They'll probably be like lightly edited, like just a little bit, you know, just maybe some cuts if things are boring or if I'm not really yapping or not really doing anything for some time. But there'll be a lot of... does that go that way? Yes. Okay, cool. There'll be a lot of like just Zen content from that. So if you want to just like chill and just listen to someone yap while they play a game kind of idly in the background, you've got that option. And then there's also like the more dynamic like Atlas videos and card game videos that we're looking at. I'm going to do build guides. I want to do weapon rankings for Dark Souls, just because I think people don't have any good idea of like what actually makes a weapon good in Dark Souls. Just with the way I look at things, I have a very different perspective on things than most people do. And I think the world is kind of missing my perspective, if that makes sense. Just because I don't have much of a voice. And I think that I could use this channel to do that. So that's what I'm looking at potentially doing moving forward. And one of those things, gross. This game on peaceful mode is so much more zen, like, than with it not on peaceful mode. Like, oh my god. Anyway, basically, I want to give my thoughts to the world because, like, in Dark Souls, for example, everyone thinks a bunch of things that are, like, I don't want to say dogmatic, but they're kind of set in their ways about, like, every subject that I'm interested in. Like, in card games, people think you can't make a perfectly balanced card game, but I know that you can, and I did. And then in Dark Souls, people think, like, the Great Scythe is the best weapon in the game, and yet nobody really uses the Great Scythe, and everybody's using the Uchigatana, and it's like, the usage stats for the Uchigatana are higher for a reason, because it is the better weapon between the two. Because the attack speed that it has over the Great Scythe is well worth the slightly lower attack rating. And, like, the Uchi's also better than the Iato as well, because the Iato, everyone's like, oh, the heavy attack's better. And it's like, no, it's not. The Uchigatana has basically the Baldur Sidesword moveset with, like, way more attack rating. Like, why would you ever consider using the Baldur Sidesword when the Uchi exists? And why would you use the Iato when the Uchi exists? And why would you use the Great Scythe when the Uchi exists? And, like, the Black Knight Halberd is, like, a super overhyped weapon in Dark Souls, but it is actually really good, and it is actually, like, worth using. And there's a reason that it's, like, well rated. So it's like, I feel like some things are, like, overrated because people are stupid, and some things are, like, overrated because they are actually genuinely as good as described. And I just want to, like, bring clarity to those things by being like, well, this is how I see it, and this is what I know about the game and its systems and everything. And I want to provide that voice to everything. And I don't want to optimize for the sake of saying, like, other people should play this way. I don't want to tell people how to play games, just play games the way you have fun. But for me, the way I have fun in games is I optimize, I make things as powerful as I possibly can, and I give myself the easiest time. So, I want to also express, the information that I have from being so focused and so research oriented and doing so much personal testing and stuff. So, like, I just have so much that I have to give to the world, especially my card game. My card game is revolutionary. It's like, in terms of, as much as a trading card game can be kind of world changing, it is. Because it's something no one's ever done before. It's something no one's ever thought of before. It's something that people believe can't even happen, So that's why I'm so excited to get into that. And I'm going to start recording stuff and posting that stuff soon. So this channel's been kind of, like, quiet for a while. I haven't posted in quite a long time. But this kind of gives you an idea of what we have looking forward, what there is going to be in the future, There's so much that I have to offer the world in terms of content and in terms of perspective, I think, more than anything. Again, being an autistic person, we think differently, and we have a different view of the world. And I would like to share that perspective because it could be really enlightening to people. And that's what I hope for, with this channel. And the other thing I really hope for is that I can make my card game appear before people, because I don't know how to move forward, because I've made this wonderful thing, and now I need to make it into my career, and I just, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do business and sales and stuff like that. That's not my cup of tea. I just want to make a game. So there's many different ways I could go about it. Like, I could go ahead and say, oh, I'm going to get a business partner, and that business partner is going to be a businessy person who knows how to do business and sales and making websites and all that kind of stuff, and just go that route with things. Or I could try to do what, Richard Garfield did with Magic the Gathering and just go to, toy companies and see if they are interested in buying my game. But then I need to keep creative control over it, too. So that's another aspect of things that's super interesting. Because, no one in the world, I think, could ever design cards for my game, because they'd break the game, immediately. But I know how to do it. So it's yeah, and I think I could teach people how to do it. I think. But they'd probably still need me to, edit every single card that's ever made, because people wouldn't... I don't know, people's brains aren't designed to make perfectly balanced things, except for mine, I think. which sounds arrogant, but again, you'll see the proof is in the pudding when you see the game. It's just like, it is what it is, you know? It is perfectly balanced. Oh shit, he went out of range. What a douche. Oh my god, I'm in the water. Oh my god. I'm not very brave. Oh shit. Oh, that was scary. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so, hello shark, how you doing? Yeah, card game hype. I mean, I'm gonna release videos as soon as I can with that. My husband's actually way better at doing editing. Like, something you might notice if you watch any of my older videos. Like, I'm terrible at editing, and I'm not very good at making videos, but I am very good at making a card game, and I am very good at, like, making builds for games, and like, optimizing and all that stuff. And I'm a very creative person, so, like, you can see, you know, my base here is really cool. You know, I've got so much going on, so I don't know, I have a lot to offer, and I'm gonna actually start offering it soon. So yeah, I mean, my game is done. I can't wait to show it off. That's the hype right there. So I think that's enough rambling maybe for a video, but I guess the main thing to take away from this is that I'm gonna start posting soon. I'm gonna start posting my card game. I can finally actually just literally show it because it's done, so it's like ready. And yeah, I need to just like get a move on with kind of like making life progress by trying to get people to see what I've made, and hopefully, you know, the right person sees it. Hopefully the right person sees my card game, and maybe somebody who's more of a business person, you know, contact me. If you see the potential that I see in this project that I've made, and if you see the value that I see in my card game, and you think you can be the one to do the stuff, make the website, make the sales, figure out the pricing, do all that crap, then let me know, because I don't want to. I'm not built for that stuff. You know, my brain isn't built for that stuff, and I think I have to accept that as like a limitation of my brain, you know, and also embrace like the positives that my brain has, you know, of being able to like think of these things that other people never could, you know? So that's something really cool. But yeah, that's me rambling, you know? I could do like really good, I think with the forest, I could do really good like mental health videos too. Like, just like, you know, I think I will do a video in the future just talking about how like, if you just kind of like want to just unwind and actually relax, then the forest on peaceful mode is actually one of the best ways to do that in terms of like gaming. 'Cause I feel like gaming usually uses your attention to the point that it's like you don't relax, and I could talk about like how you can relax with this, and I think people need that in the modern world today, you know? But anyway, I've rambled for like almost 20 minutes now, just yapping on and on and on about whatever, and you've basically seen my entire forest world here. This is my multiplayer one. I play with my family sometimes when they feel like it, so. And who knows, maybe they'd be willing to be in videos and shit too. But yeah, probably the next thing I'll upload is going to be either some Atlas content, or which I have really perfect optimized builds for Atlas. Like, holy shit, I can show you how to just break that game, which I'm very good at doing. I'm very good at breaking other people's games in a good way. So yeah, we'll be able to do that with Atlas. We'll be able to do some chill content with the forest. I can do some stuff with the next thing I'm really excited for is definitely going to be posting gameplay of my card game on the internet for you all to see. Equinox gameplay. So that's coming up. Perfectly balanced card game, the first in the world. Super hype. So there we go. I'm really excited for that. And I'm really grateful to you for making it this far in the video. Like, whoever's watching, you know, I'm kind of like reaching out to you here and saying like, thank you, you know, for checking this out. And I hope that the stuff I'm talking about is like interesting to you. And I hope that the world can see what I can make, because I've always felt like that's my purpose in life, is to make things. So I'm going to do that, but I'm going to try to actually make it possible to have a career out of doing what I was born to do, you know? So anyway, thanks for watching, and you know, if you subscribe, you'll see those posts that I'm talking about. You'll see those videos that I'm talking about. They are going to come out. It might take me some time to get it going, but I'm really going to commit to trying my hand at this YouTube thing to get my card game out there is the main reason. That's the main thing. But also there's all kinds of content I can offer and even advice and stuff like that for every facet of things, because I have a unique perspective, for being who I am. And I think that the holistic world, the neurotypical world, could benefit a lot from listening to the ideas of autistic people, because some of us are really smart and really unique perspective wise. I don't think I'm really especially smart. I just think I have a unique perspective. So I'm offering that. Anyway, that's a channel update. There's me rambling, and it's a full day-night cycle in the forest there. 20 minutes, 50 seconds or so. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and see you guys in the next one. Bye.